Boruto spent 12 chapters defeating everyone. Code, Mitsuki, Kawaki, and Hidari were all massacred by Boruto's absurd power. But even Boruto can be defeated, and that day has come. Our protagonist was finally defeated by Juura in the latest manga chapter. This raises a question: who will defeat Juura? This defeat of Boruto will bring terrible consequences for him, something that could change the entire future course of the story. If before we saw an invincible and calm Boruto, now we might see a desperate Boruto, afraid of his own power. Boruto defeating everyone. We have been seeing Boruto defeat everyone since the first chapter of the manga. His first major adversary was Code, who invaded Konoha with his army but ended up getting an epic beating from Boruto, who used the Rasengan Uzuhiko for the first time. After that, Boruto had a brief confrontation with Mitsuki, where he used his Hiraishin and elemental techniques to defeat him, as well as showing mastery of the purple lightning. The next victim was Kawaki, who activated his dojutsu to use Sukunahikona and launched stakes at Boruto, but he dodged all the attacks and landed a big punch on Kawaki, defeating him with a single blow. In the most recent manga chapter, Boruto defeated Hidari, Sasuke's clone, with just one blow of the Rasengan Uzuhiko, almost completely destroying Hidari's body. However, in the same chapter, Boruto was defeated by Juura. The threat of Juura. Juura is currently the greatest threat in the Boruto manga. We still don't know who was imprisoned in a tree for him to be created, but there is a strong chance that Juura is the embodiment of the Jubi itself. A clear proof that Juura is much stronger than the other Shinjus is the six-path symbol on his back, the same symbol that Obito and Madara gained after becoming Jinchurikis of the Jubi. Juura arrived in Konoha, revealing that he can create Bijudamas from his Rinnegan with some variations of this technique. He has mastery over the wood style, evidenced by him defeating several ninjas with a single attack of this style. Indeed, not even Boruto could pose a threat to Juura, because in the most recent chapter, Juura hit Boruto with a Bijudama laser, causing him to bleed from the mouth and fall to the ground defeated. Hidari defeated by Uzuhiko. The way Boruto was defeated was very unexpected, as he had just revealed the true power of the Rasengan Uzuhiko and more details of how this technique works. This power was enough to defeat Hidari with just one blow. After that, a mysterious fruit appeared, something that Kashin Koji revealed to be called the Thorny Soul. This new divine fruit is the key to freeing Sasuke from his sealing, but Juura obviously doesn't want Boruto to have the Thorny Soul. That's why the villain hit Boruto with a laser to defeat him. Juura also showed concern about Boruto knowing about the Thorny Souls and other secrets of the Shinjus. That's why Juura defeated Boruto in chapter 12, even stating that Boruto is very dangerous and therefore must die. Boruto should return to the fight soon, but facing Juura will be no easy task. Juura defeats Boruto. The consequences of Juura defeating Boruto will be enormous. First, everyone, including Boruto, will not be as confident as before, as the character who was defeating everyone was easily struck by Juura and suffered a serious injury. Second, with Boruto injured, other characters will need to take charge, at least for a chapter, until Boruto recovers. Another important consequence is the possibility of Momoshiki appearing. As we know, he emerges when Boruto is out of chakra or injured. This could lead to an epic battle that everyone would love to see. Moreover, Juura is in possession of the divine fruit that emerged from Hidari and could eat this fruit at any moment, drastically increasing his powers or even gaining a new transformation. If Juura has already proven to be powerful with his current abilities, a new transformation would make him even more unbeatable. Sarada Uchiha. A character who might surprise everyone is Sarada. So far, Sarada has had little prominence in this new phase of the story, to the point of needing to be saved several times. But this is about to change. In the latest chapter of the manga, Boruto was severely injured by Juura, even spitting blood. This event could be the key for Sarada to manifest the Mangekyo Sharingan in the next chapter, and finally reveal her powers. With Sarada using the Mangekyo Sharingan's powers, she could face Juura and be a key player in defeating or making the villain retreat, especially because Kawaki has joined the battle and could surprise if he uses the full power of Karma. But the central point will be Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan, which could display powers so extraordinary that they rival Boruto and Kawaki. Sarada deserves this spotlight in the manga, especially because it's something Boruto fans are eager to see in the plot. Sarada's Mangekyou Sharingan powers. Boruto, Kawaki, and Sarada. Another option to defeat Juura is the return of Team 7. I know Boruto was injured in the last chapter by Juura, but he could recover in a chapter or two. With this, we could see Boruto using his abilities again, Kawaki using Karma, and Sarada using the Mangekyou Sharingan. If this trio comes together, it is very likely they could defeat Juura, or at least achieve a temporary victory. We saw in chapter 12 that Team 7's teamwork is still very good, especially because Boruto is a natural genius and creates great strategies. With Kawaki's help, this team would be even more powerful. Boruto has the Rasengan Uzuhiko and Hiraishin, Kawaki has Ishiki's powers, and Sarada could manifest her new powers at any moment. Juura is indeed powerful and could defeat this trio, but Team 7 would also have a great chance of winning against the villain, Momoshiki. That's right, Momoshiki might return in the next chapter of the manga. Now that Boruto has been seriously injured, Momoshiki might control Boruto's body to prevent him from dying, because if Boruto dies, the Otsutsuki will also die in the process. We saw in the last chapter that Juura stated he would kill Boruto because he is dangerous and knows too much about the Shinjus. Another important point is that Boruto must be low on chakra due to the battles he had, combined with the fact that he is injured. A return of Momoshiki is almost certain. Momoshiki has all the conditions to defeat Juura in a fight, especially because Boruto is much more powerful now and has gained new abilities that Momoshiki can use, such as the Rasengan Uzuhiko and Hiraishin. It is worth remembering that Boruto's and Momoshiki's minds have merged, so the Otsutsuki has access to Boruto's thoughts. We know that so far, Momoshiki has used Boruto's powers better than Boruto himself, so the chances of Momoshiki defeating Juura to save his own life are very high, especially considering the new powers of Boruto that Momoshiki will have access to. Boruto, well, even though Boruto is currently injured, we cannot forget that he is the protagonist of the story. At some point, Boruto will heal from his injuries and return to the battle against Juura. From what the manga has been showing, Juura is indeed more powerful than Boruto at the moment, but Boruto still has powers that he hasn't used yet, which could make all the difference in a fight against Juura. The first and most obvious is Karma. So far, Boruto has been avoiding using this power because he is afraid of Momoshiki taking over, but we know from the initial scene of the anime that he will fully master Karma at some point. If Boruto is already at this power level, using Karma would make him much more powerful and could easily counter Juura's abilities. For starters, the Bijudamas could be absorbed by Karma, not to mention that Boruto would gain a significant increase in strength, and his techniques would become much more powerful using Karma. Imagine a Rasengan Uzuhiko enhanced by Karma. Boruto also has the chance to use Momoshiki's Rinnegan, or the Jugan, to defeat the villain. If you like One Piece, I have another channel where I post informative content about One Piece. It includes curiosities and information about the anime and manga. On the screen, I've left a video from my other channel. If you like One Piece, check out the videos.